Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. Ever since CNN brought out the report on the hashtag #EndSARS protest that took place in Lekki Tollgate, it has been one issue or the other from the federal government. At some point, federal government threatened to petition them over their unprofessional quote-unquote investigative journalism. Well, as we speak, some hours ago, Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, seemed to be quite sure of whatever his reports, you know. But as we speak right now, another contrary view has come out, and it's actually coming from an international institute as well. And this time around, it is at loggerheads with cable news network. But before we go into the news proper to find out what these ones have found out and why they feel that the whole thing that CNN did was all not accurate, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the report by Cable News Network on the shooting at the Lekki Tollgate in Lagos was a poor hatchet job targeted at the Nigerian army. The International Institute for Investigative Journalism has said. In an electronic statement signed by special reporter Francois Deburoiche on Wednesday, the IIIJ, that's International Institute for Investigative Journalism, said it came to this conclusion following a careful investigation on the event that led to the escalation of violence at the toll gate. After forensic analysis of CNN's report, the International Institute for Investigative Journalism noted that there were some missing details in the American television channel's piece. According to the institute, the report was carried out in poor taste, lacking professionalism and objectivity. It added that the claim of use of live bullets and testimonies of victims were all tales. Really? Let's continue. The institute, however, advised the television channel to retract and admit error in the documentary. This is serious. Now let's read the statement in full. The International Institute for Investigative Journalism is issuing this press statement with the best of intent after a careful investigation on the event that led to the escalation of violence at the Lekki Tollgate in Lagos, Nigeria during the hashtag #EndSARS protest. A team of investigative journalists with extensive experience in conflict situation and interrogated the various claims made by the American cable news network in its report on the Lekki shootings and came up with a comprehensive analysis that found gaps that were not filled in the CNN documentation of the event at the Lekki Tollgate in Lagos, Nigeria. Our statement: the CNN documentary on the hashtag #EndSARS protest in Nigeria was released to the general public with lots of inaccuracies. These accuracies were dictated after an extensive forensic investigation by the International Institute for Investigative Journalism. It is thus our opinion that the report was carried out in a poor taste, lacking in professionalism and objectivity. This is a great betrayal on journalism by the CNN, which indeed violated the known tenets of journalism. The videos and images used in CNN report were not subjected to adequate scrutiny. Consequently, it lacked credibility for use by an organization of repute such as CNN. This fact was also buttressed by the fact that CNN report was very hasty in its conclusion by indicting the Nigerian army of culpability in the event that at the Lekki Tollgate. Our position remains that CNN erred substantially in its report that was highly misleading to the general public in Nigeria and other parts of the world. The documentary also failed woefully to highlight the events that led to the reign of violence in parts of Lagos State, but instead rehashed the issues under different subheadings with minimal evidence that indicts Nigerian army wrongdoing at the Lekki Tollgate. The International Institute for Investigative Journalism concludes that the CNN documentary was prejudiced in its analysis as well as presentation, which fall nothing short of a poor hatchet job with the undeniable intent to discredit the Nigerian army operation at the Lekki Tollgate in Lagos, Nigeria. The analysis by CNN in the documentary was hasty in its categorization with regards to the use of live bullets by soldiers at the Lekki Tollgate. The report attempted to portray the use of excessive force by soldiers, while the accompanying videos and images did not depict such. The credibility of those interviewed in the documentary was also suspect, with the choice of words and facial and body expressions of the victims as well as their relatives. Thus, much was revealed by forensic analysis as the emotions portrayed didn't match their words. In conclusion, the International Institute for Investigative Journalism is of the considered opinion that CNN carried out a hatchet job, that it targeted at the Nigerian Army institution. We, as a result of this, classify CNN documentary as highly misleading and with the capacity to cause disquiet in Nigeria. The CNN must retract and admit error in admission in its documentary on Lekki Tollgate shootings. The International Institute for Investigative Journalism fought CNN documentary in all ramifications. Now, the question now is, after we have finished faulting all these things, please, you did not give us your own. Which, you know that you have done the forensic whatever, give us your own now. Eh? You know, the way the international bodies are carrying this thing, our own local people, we did not carry our own. All the videos that came up, where were they uploaded from? Were they uploaded from cartoon? Is it from cartoon that they upload all those videos that went viral during the Lekki Tollgate saga? Okay, now you have done your so much forensic things here, forensic everything. You did not even give us your own. You did not give us, okay, you just said it had this, it had lack that. It just, the whole thing is smelling like the work of. Let's continue. Let's find out what Nigerians are saying concerning this. Honestly, I'm beginning to wonder, is there hope for us in this country? Let's continue. This one here saying, wow, so no one died. My brother, let me ask so. The army that was shooting into the crowd only used blanks, Abby. Well, no one has come out to say their person is dead or missing. Well, that's another thing. And they keep saying this, but you would also believe, you won't blame anybody. Everybody just trying to be careful here. That's one, too. The fact that also the same army during the panel initially said they were not around. Later they said, okay, they were around. They said it was hoodlums initially that wore army uniform. It wasn't army that said that. I think this thing said that Malami said that he perceived that it was the hoodlums that wore army uniform. Eventually, the army came around. They said, okay, the army was not invited. Eventually, they said, okay, army was invited. They said, eventually, army said, at the beginning, army said they didn't go with ammunitions at all. Afterward, they said, okay, they came with blank bullets. Afterward, they said they fired into the air. In fact, so many all this contradiction and can even make somebody to wonder. So, if that should be the case, then we should begin to look at the analysis of some of these videos uploaded on social media, without, of course, harassing the people who uploaded the videos, But let's continue. This one here is saying, who is deceiving who? Nothing can drown the truth. Okay. This one here is saying, I guess the Nigerian army that massacred at Odi, Zaki, Ibiam, and Zaria are also hatchet jobs. It is well with the righteous. This one here is saying, I think they are reckless and they are sure the coverage will eventually make head rolls in CNN. Heads will roll just like the last time they paid some people to act like MEND until they got busted. Wow. This one here is saying, watch how they will retract their investigation and apologize in the coming days. Well, this one here is saying, soldiers, they use rubber bullets in Nigeria. I beg, stop trying to cover up what cannot be covered. Okay. This one here is saying, International Institute for Investigative Journalism, IIIJ àtòṣòdì àwọn oníranú international call worldwide ni ẹ bá mi bèrè o, ẹ ṣoríire. This one here is saying, how old are you? Go and ask Donald Trump how far with CNN. This one here is saying, you will surely be a victim of the same army same day. This one here is saying, we are following. This one here is saying, what fake institute of international journalism is this? You have to fear anyone who says you shouldn't believe what you saw with your own eyes. and what you heard with your own ears? The army told different stories within a very short period of time. We were not there. We were there, but shot in the air. No, we shot blanks. No, we had blanks and live ammunition. This was a disgraceful performance from the Nigerian army, and the CNN had nothing to do with it. Why are they trying desperately to scapegoat CNN? Would that shed more light on what went on that Lekki Tollgate? The truth is, Nigerians are even asking, is the IIJ, is it the one at Oshodi? I don't even know if the IIJ is in Oshodi. Let's put in that comment section. Let's interact. What do you think?